Hello, my name is C, and today I'm starting a new vlog for you guys. If you're new here in these, it's kind of just like a mix of everything. I show you what I'm working on, I take you on time lapses, little clips of that, talk about my day sometimes. Sometimes I just drive home and chat, or other times I might sit in my car and chat. We all find out together. But anyways, I also like to talk about like any books, any shows, that type of deal that I watch during this cycle. Usually it's anywhere from like a week to two. This one might be a week and a half because I am starting it on Thursday the 9th. Yes, Thursday, October 9th. So anyways, I actually only have one whip that I'm actively working on right now, which is Tennessee River Sunset. There's not a whole lot tucked behind there, but this is pretty much all. I started on another row last night, actually 2 nights ago. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep working on this one in October. I think I'm going to kit up the 3 witches next. I would like to do another kitting up video, and I would like a round in circulation. Another thing that I should talk about quickly. October is prompt month, so I am doing a lot of writing, which just means my diamond painting time has been kind of put on the back burner. It's still going on. I'm still doing the things, but I'm trying to make sure I get all 31 prompts written before the end of the month, so huzzah! Today's the 9th, so that one went up today. Short stories, I should say. I'm writing short little mini stories following prompts. Huzzah! 10 is done, so I'm working on 11 and 12. I'm trying to work ahead. It is actually Thanksgiving weekend here. So I have a dinner on Sunday, probably Saturday or Monday as well, I'm not too sure. But I will be spending time at my grandparents', so yay! Here's to hoping for pumpkin pie. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm going for a Thanksgiving dinner, there better be pie. Anyways, and then also the next weekend, I have my grandma's birthday party and my final tattoo appointment so I can finish this sucker up. So diamond painting time is going to be very, very short in this video. For that, I apologize, but I will make up for it with chatting about reading and that. So anyways, I'm going to leave this little intro clip here. I'll probably do some time lapses. I really, really want to time lapse all of these orange and yellows up here. And there's a ladybug on my window. The next time I chat, we'll probably be in my car after work tomorrow. Listen, there's a new McDonald's by my work, and I might just go grab a iced coffee and chill in my car for like 10 minutes and chat with you guys. We'll see what happens. Who knows? If Friday could roll around, I'd be like, haha, nope. But anyways, okay, I've rambled enough. I'm gonna leave this here for now. Okay, so I lied. I actually just recorded the unboxing for this and I had to come in. These are stunning! A diamond artisan knocked it out of the park with these ones. The rendering is amazing. The special placement, Sarah J. Maas books hold a very, well, this series specifically, Throne of Glass, holds a very, very special place in my heart. I won't go into it here. Because I ramble about it for half of the unboxing where I should be gushing about these kits. I spent it gushing about the books. So I thought I would make it up by gushing about these kits here. I am adoring these. Oh, I so just want to say screw it and kit these up like Tennessee River sets that does not need to be done. These do. But I also want to wait for the Crescent City one to show up so I can work on them all together and listen to the books again. And hate Feyre all over again. Anyways, I did mention that in the video too. That I just can't stand her. But I like Nesta. I know it's not a popular opinion. I also said that. But anyways, I just want to gush about these kits. Like this rendering. Like they're so well done. Ugh. These stars, the 3 stars are specials, by the way. Yeah. There's not a single thing about either of these that I would change or add. I cannot wait to work on them. Anyways, okay, I'm done gushing for now. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm taking a picture of these and popping on over to the crafter's den. But I am so excited to work on these once Crescent City arrives. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, that's it. Now I'll see you later. Ooh, not my laptop. Come on. Is Sunday the 12th. Oh my, you know what? I just looked too. Yeah. It's October the 12th. I thought I would show you some stuff that I finished up this weekend. Not finished up. Made progress on. So yesterday, as I predicted on the 9th, I don't know why I say predicted. I think it's supposed to come out on the 10th, but it goes out a day early. I don't quite know. I haven't not been paying that close attention, but I got the third part of this, like the flower dragon something from Flossie done. Anyways, this is a lot of fun. I will say the one tricky thing is starting at the bottom of the canvases. I always start in that corner, so this is so weird to be working on top of what I completed. But it's a lot of fun. And typically in cross-stitch conversions and pieces like this, I would do the background first. But because that's not included in the chart, I have to do all these little guys first and then fill it in. Which is a little weird. Takes a little bit to get used to, but I'm getting there. So yeah, this is going to be put away until part 4 comes out in November. Oh, I might not be able to do it when it releases. I'll have to look at the calendar later. Anyways, so that is progress on this one. It is so stinking cute. And then I finished up the row on Tennessee River Sunset. So all of that, those yellows and oranges that I was talking about, super pretty. I think I only have about 3 rows left. I might just divide it up into 3 rows. It might have to be 4. We'll do some measuring later and see, but it's getting there. It's over the halfway point. And I forgot to share. Okay, I didn't forget to share. I got home and I was very tired. But on Friday, my custom from diamonddartclub showed up. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this very soon. And I will be sure to come back and show you the canvas when I do. But I'm so excited for this. I can't wait to open it up and see what the actual image looks like on the canvas. So excited. Anyways, that's kind of my progress here. Oh, did I mention I'm taking a break from this one for a little bit? And I'm going to work on, let me go show you. This one, the Three Sisters, as I've talked about. But I think we're going to do this differently. Usually I mark these off in like 12 to 15 centimeter row, something like that. However, this background has a lot of chunks of just colors. So I think instead, I'll just work color by color through this background and then see what it looks like down there. So that's kind of the plan. Ew, sorry. Slightly, like there's so many colors that took up 2 trays, which is slightly annoying, but it's fine. It's fine, it's doable. I'll work through some of those colors and then I can get rid of the second tray. But yeah. My goodness. I don't know why this cough won't go away. But okay, that's my little mini check-in for today. I am going to be making some pixel progress tonight because I'm taking that with me. So I'll show you that later. But yeah, I will be back in a bit. Hey, what's wrong? Oh. Were you lonely all day? Hey, buddy. Rusty. Alright, hi. It is Wednesday I think it's the 15th. Hold on. Huzzah. Why don't I look? I was gonna say, why don't I look before I start? But I do look before I start. And then I forget. Same thing happened here. It's October 15th. My kits from the Halloween drop came in. Out of all, like, the 30 kits, this was the only one that was an absolute must-have for me. Again, because it's Yumi art. The other two, there was 2 more. But they weren't absolute must-haves, so they went on the wish list. And this was a release from the previous weekend that I held off on buying, and I figured since I was placing this Halloween one, or ordering this Halloween kit, I would get Midnight Snack too. So 2 new kits arrived. Both are bronze cards. But also, guess what I finally got around to? I opened up my custom. Look at my baby. Okay. I have a video of the unboxing going up soon. So there's more background and story about this. But this was my cat Bandit. We picked her up when I was in middle school and she passed on Halloween 2 years ago. I say this full of love. For my chaos gremlin cat, that was probably the most fitting day for her to pass on. Again, I know it sounds horrible, but I say that full of love because it just matches her personality. Yeah. She's my little reedy buddy. I do dearly miss her, and I love the cats that we have now. Do not get me wrong. Absolutely adore them. But I do also miss my Bandit. So anyways, that's my custom. Still debating if I'm going to work on this one right away or not. Again, like I said before, I kind of want to start this one on Halloween, but I also kind of want to hang on to it. I really don't know what to do. But also, okay, my specials for the Yume art hasn't showed up. That was supposed to be number 200. Do I shift gears and do this one for 200? I don't know. But anyways, there's my custom. I'm gonna send another thank you to the 2 ladies that helped me get the cards for this. Yeah, okay. Here's my progress. Gross. I wish this cough would go away. Reading stories to kids and having to pause every 30 seconds to cough is actually getting on my nerves. I don't know how to make it go away. Meh. Okay, anyways. Complaint done. I have another one soon. here is my progress on the Three Witches. I am having so much fun working on this one, and especially the way that I'm working on this one. I think I've mentioned it before. I didn't section this at all. I have been working, like, just rolling back the different release papers as is needed. I'm working on this one in how the kit is. So as you can see, let me try and explain this in a way that makes sense. Let's pull this forward so I'm not hanging halfway over my bed. So I will pull this up and I will work on like all of these symbols at once, all of the yellows throughout the entire thing at once. And I have to say that has been so much fun, and it's going a lot quicker because I'm not constantly changing out the colors being used. Does that make sense? But oh my. Okay, sorry. I'm really enjoying this one. And especially that way of working on it. It's kind of chaotic, but it works. So anyways, that is where I'm at kit-wise, I think. I have not worked on any more of the Tennessee River Sunset. So funny story, and I'm so sad I didn't get this on camera. Rumi was in here the other night, and I had this just sitting on my bed as is, and for some reason that little cat, my little 3-pound kitten, decided that she would try and drag this painting away. I don't know where. She just wanted to drag it. So you had this teeny tiny little cat. Her teeth are dug into the canvas here. Just going for it. It was adorable. She was having a great time. But I did have to stop her before she started chewing on the actual diamonds. And she messes up the canvas. She messes it up. Fine, whatever. But I worry about her eating the diamonds. Because yeah, I can always replace those, whatever. But if she eats them, I can't replace her. So anyways, okay, that's kind of where we're at for all of these. While we're here, let me take a second to catch you up on my books. I said I would do this sooner, and I started this one, and okay, never mind, I'm getting sidetracked. Retry. I said I would chat about my books earlier, and I just completely forgot. I meant to record it on my way home today, but that just did not happen. So anyways, I finished Coraline. I gave it 2.5 stars. I don't think I'm the target audience, and I don't mean my age. I just don't think that kind of like creepy horror chapter book style is for me. I think it's just the wrong genre. Even if I was into the creepy horror stuff, I don't think it would have been. Because while it is creepy, there were parts of it that was just weird for the sake of being weird. So Coraline, not for me, and that's okay. That book has a solid following, and I'm so happy that there are people who like it, who have found it. Anyways, I'm gonna scoot right on past that one and move on. Well, I should say it's good that I've read it, because now I can recommend it to students too who ask for it, which is why I try to sprinkle in middle grade books into my reading, just for library work purposes. But anyways, here we are with Immortal Consequences. I really only think I have about 3-4 hours left in this book. Spotify doesn't tell me. I originally started listening to it on Libby, and then for some reason the web player just broke on me, and my book was due, so I had to switch to Spotify. Anyways, Immortal Consequences. What have I thought about it so far? One, I don't know if it was the author, Goodreads, Storygraph. Someone lied to me along the way when they said that this was enemies to lovers. Enemies to lovers, book rant time. Enemies to lovers mean that they hate each other at the start. Like, out for blood, they want to end each other, they don't want to be near each other. Enemies. Pining idiots is not enemies. They're pining idiots. They don't know how to flirt, they don't want to admit their feelings. That is not enemies. And I have to say, it's not just this book that does it. There are so many other books that slaps enemies to lovers on things that just aren't accurate. Because here's the thing, I want them to go from that stage of I absolutely despise you to, well, maybe you weren't as bad as I thought you are. Maybe they connect over previous trauma, events, something clicks where there's a similarity there, and then they start to learn that, hey, maybe this person isn't completely horrible, maybe there is something good hidden within. And that kind of like building connection to that lover's status. That is what I want. I don't want enemies to lovers to be two people flirting and refusing to admit their feelings. That is not enemies. Okay, that is my that is my little thing done. Yeah, I have to say, enemies to lovers done wrong and like first sight insta love stuff is like my least favorite in books. And I only bring up insta-love because there is no reason that you set your sights on someone and that's like immediately everything clicks, you're perfect for each other. Like, get to know the person first. And there's other books like that that I've read. I can't think of any on the top of my head, but yeah, actually, you know what? I could probably slap A Court of Thorns and Roses in there. But anyways, yeah, and don't do enemies to lovers where one really likes the other but the other one hates them. That's not enemies. One already likes them. They're not enemies. Okay. Anyways, Immortal Consequences. Let's actually talk about this book instead of the poorly described trope. The first 3-4 hours was actually really tough to get through. But, okay, here's the thing that I struggle with fantasy. I don't like when I'm just being shoved into a world, but the plot doesn't actually kick off because they have to build the world. So the first, we'll go with this one, 3 hours was them setting up the scene for how everybody gets there, how the decennial works. What else? How they can use their magic, why there's bad magic, but not really explaining why there's bad magic, just that it's there and that it's bad. How the competition works, that type of detail. And they actually sit you through 2 of the classes in here, which I was reading a review and it made a really good point on the 2 classes that you actually see. Let me backtrack. This is think high school, university, in the afterlife, where you have a whole bunch of students learning to use these magical powers. Sometimes it's like mind connection, sometimes it's illusions, sometimes it's like teleporting, to simplify it. And every week they have to help souls cross. These are all dead students, that type of deal. And they are all competing to earn there's 12 competitors to earn the title of either Ascension, to become one of the staff of the school, or to move on to the afterlife, the great unknown. So, there's that. That's the basic plot. So like the 2 classes that you sit through for magic, and there are some students here that have been at the school for hundreds of years and some that have just started. So the 2 classes that you sit through, you have one of those 100-year-old characters and one of the brand newbies learning the same thing, which doesn't make sense in my mind. So anyways, the world building, my main point was the amount of world building within the first 3 hours was a little much. Let me learn about their powers as they use them. Let me learn about, I guess kind of like the magic in the world around them as they go through the world, instead of just like laying it there. Does that make sense? Yeah. So anyways, that was kind of my thought. But after that, like right once everything's explained, we kick off the plot at like 35% and we are golden. This thing is soaring. I'm having a great time. My pining idiots, the enemies that aren't enemies, the pining idiots, we'll just call them that. Pining idiots 1, that's their proper title. Are just that throughout the entire book, and it's driving me insane. The pining idiots number 2 are also driving me insane, but those are probably my favorite set of characters. And then the third group is just kind of like history repeating itself. 3 main couples, I guess. Well, no. None of them are dating. 2 of them want to date, but refuse to. The third is just friends. But yeah. No, once the plot kicks off, it's actually getting really good. There's like an underlying... There's a third group of like dark magicians in this book. I'm calling them that. I cannot tell you what the proper name is right now. That I would really like to know more information about, but it's also very like taboo in the book, so it makes sense that you don't hear from them or hear about them. But I want to know. And I'm sure within the last couple hours we will actually get there, because this is going to have a sequel. So I have a feeling we're going to get there. I just am impatient. Yeah, we'll go with that. The big bad guy is very obvious from the start. It's not super well hidden, because you can see there is good and bad things to being able to see what is going to happen within your book. The big bad guy, as I say, is very obvious if you're looking for the hints throughout the beginning. Give me a mystery and I will pick apart an entire book and still be wrong. But in this one, I feel like it was super, super obvious from the first interaction this guy had with the students. So kind of took that mystery and like that whole pull of the rug moment away. It was just like, yeah, we already knew this. Can we keep going? So anyways, I know that I pretty much just shit on this book for 10 minutes, but I have to say I am really enjoying myself. I do love me a set of pining idiots, don't get me wrong. Like, especially when they get into like heated arguments about why they can't do the thing they want to do. Some of my favorite things. But yeah, anyways, I am really enjoying this book. We'll see if that opinion changes once I actually finish it. There have been times where endings just don't do what I want them to do, and I hate the book. Which is a shame. And that's a fault with me and not the writing of books or anything like that. That's a me problem. But anyways, okay. I'm gonna leave this. I'm trying to figure out what I want to read next. No, I've already figured it out. I don't know what I'm talking about. In the whole like Libby breaking thing, I also managed to get the what's the sequel? The Greenhouse book. I don't know. I have the Sarah Beth Durst book that I've started, so that's my next one. Okay, I'm actually going to go finish this book and work on my kids some more and do some writing because it's the 15th and I have nothing ready for the 16th, so I have to do some writing. Okay, I will check in later or do some time lapses. We'll see what happens. Okay, story. Alright. I am currently leaving work. It is Monday the 20th, I believe. That is a complete guess. We're gonna see how this goes. It's currently raining. So I might not be able to use any of this. We'll find out together, I guess. But I figured I would catch you up on a few things, and then I would end the vlog once I get home. Because I do need to edit this still. I haven't done any editing yet on this, and I feel really bad, for myself. But, well, no, that's the wrong wording. I really should have some editing done some editing done on this. I just didn't get around to it. Anyways, okay, let's talk about my reading really quickly. I finished up Immortal Consequences, and let me tell you, that last like hour or so was just wild. Like, so many twists and turns that I didn't expect, some that I did. There was a couple of things that I found hard to believe too. And I don't know if that was for the sake of this was supposed to be a sequel the entire time, so there was a lot of build up to build into a series, or if this was originally just supposed to be like a standalone, but things got a little bit carried away, so it adapted into a series. I have no idea. But I actually really enjoyed it once I got to the end of it. I actually had a lot of fun. It almost made me cry at one point, and I didn't give it 5 stars. I only gave it 3.5 because of the beginning, for how slow it was to get going. I can't see anything with these people. Okay, we're good. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it once we got towards like past the halfway point and into the book. It got really good. I'm still standing by my enemies to lovers rant. That is still something I fully believe in. But yes, I enjoyed that one. And then I remembered that I can actually, that I have a NetGalley account. I set it up. I've never used it. If you've never heard of NetGalley before, it is a website that gives, you know, bloggers, influencers, bookstagram people, you name the social media platform, booksellers, librarians, access to early copies of books, ARCs or ALCs, and so we can promote the books, if that makes sense, before the release. So I went on there and I put in a request for a whole bunch of books, thinking I'd only get like 1 or 2. I am a complete idiot. I'm fine with this, like this turn of events, totally fine with it. But I was sent in a request for like some 15 books, which, like, I'm not reading 15 books in a month. However, 8 of those books came back as approved, so now I have some listening to do. They're all audiobooks. So the first one I started was Brigands and Breadknives, and I have less than an hour left in that book. I am having such a great time with that one. I just adore the Legends and Lattes series. I'm glad I read the prequel, because if I didn't, I feel like I would be lost within this sequel, because it follows Fern from the prequel book. And it calls back to that quite often, I think. But it's still a really good book once I've read the prequel. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So Fern is our little bookshop bookseller, and decides that she doesn't decide. She moves to where Viv is from the first book, realizes that, hey, maybe bookselling isn't her thing anymore. Like, she's struggling to figure out if that's what she wants to keep doing. Is she happy with her move? Whatever. Well, she ends up on a caravan, and now she's outside the city. She's with this other elf warrior, and she's just having a great time going on this adventure. But she feels really bad for leaving Viv after Viv helped her set up everything. So it's pretty much just following Fern as she goes on some adventures. They meet a little goblin. It is a great time. I love the goblin and I love the talking weapons. Okay? I better get a little wave for letting you in. Yay! Am I the only person that does that? Like, if I'm letting you in, I better get a little wave or else I'm not letting anybody else in. I know that's mean. I know that's mean. But I just... like, a little wave. Anyways, okay. So that is... Is it Brigands or Brigades? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce the word. I know how to read it. I don't know how to say it. This is my problem as a reader. Did you know it took me until I was 20 years old to figure out what the Colonel one was? 20. Because I read it. I never said it out loud. Yeah. That's just me being dumb though. So I'm almost done that book. And the whole NetGalley thing is you talk about the books, you post reviews, whatever, you share your thoughts on it in exchange for an early reader copy. So I'm going to be doing, I pretty much chat about books on my channel all the time anyways. I'm going to be doing it on both my Instagrams for a bit and see which one. I started up a new Instagram just for book stuff. But I might post it on both just to see if anything sticks. I don't think it will. We'll experiment with the algorithms and see what happens. But yeah. So I'm having a good time with that one. I started 2 others today. I started the Gilded Heiress, which is a Anastasia retelling. However, I was at work. I got 20 minutes into it and this dude is already in a room with 2 women. They're going at it. I'm like, okay, this is an at-home book, not a at-work book. I should have looked at that before I started. I'm just like, Anastasia retelling sounds good. Ooh, that was not well thought out. It was fine. I had earbuds in. I turned it off right away. We're all good. I'm just like, I did not expect it to go there that fast. We are 20 minutes in, people. I just met this dude. Anyways, so instead I started the Enchanted Greenhouse. I remember the title. I'm like 2 hours into that one. Sarah Beth Durst is just one of my favorite authors at this point. I am having so much fun with that one. I love our little grumpy gardener. Maybe I should actually tell you what the book is about before I just start gushing about it. So, we follow Turlu. She was introduced in the first book, The Spell Shop. She was a librarian turned into a statue because she did forbidden magic and brought a plant to life. So her consequence was to become a statue and made an example of for the other librarians who got the example. So that was her role in the first book. In this second book, she was sent to this island, a greenhouse. I don't know if it's an island, but she was sent to this place full of greenhouses. Can I move over? I can totally move over. So she was sent to this place full of greenhouses, because everyone believes that she's a sorceress and she's there to help refresh the magic to keep all the plants alive. But turns out, of course, she just brought one plant to life. She doesn't know what she's actually doing. And so the gardener that keeps stock of this place is like a lonely, grumpy dude. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, I swear, in the 2 hours that we've, seen him, the 2 sentences that he's had in the 2 hours, I'm pretty sure he has barely said more than 2 sentences. Yeah, sorry, I'm repeating myself now. He's great. I love him. He's really sweet too. Anyways, so I'm having fun with that one. I think it's gonna be good. There's a little cat with wings. The cats with wings are probably the most adorable thing in the series. I couldn't tell you, but I love them. Yeah. So that's what I'm reading. This weekend, on Saturday, my grandma we set up a birthday party for my grandma. I had to leave early, but at least when I left, her friends had already started showing up, so I didn't feel so bad because she wasn't, alone. But I left to go get my tattoo done, which after this, I'm gonna head home and do a little clip because I'm now in work clothes, so I can do a proper little clip for this vlog. That isn't me just in like my grungy pajamas. So yeah, I'll show you guys it. I absolutely adore this thing. I love it. It is massive. It takes up my entire arm and it goes up to my shoulder, but Jesus, I cannot see a thing. Yeah, I love this. I am so happy I got it done. The entire time, it was just bad spot after bad spot, though, because it's all like along the bones and in my elbow and at the top of my shoulder. So like the whole 3.5 hours that I was there, it was just, but it's done. Now I just feel bruised, and in a couple of days I will be fighting for my life not to scratch my arm apart. So, anyways, I had a lot of fun getting it done though. And it was so hilarious because my tattoo artist, he was like, I'm sorry, I know this is a bit of a spicy spot. And I'm like, I signed myself up for this, sir. I did it to myself. This is a me problem. He's like, that's so like Canadian of you, the responsibility part. I'm just like, how's that Canadian? I don't understand that, but it's fine. So anyways, I am getting closer to home. What am I doing today? I am finishing up the Three Sisters in the next couple days. I don't know why I said that like I was doing that tonight. It is not happening tonight. Right here. Yeah. What else? I need to finish writing my story for tomorrow. So far, for my prompt writing, I am 20 for 20 days. I have not missed one. I have not been late on one. I'm still going strong. So I have to write tomorrow's prompt. And it is already half done. I just have to add a couple more paragraphs explaining myself, wrapping it up nicely, and then I'm good. And I can get that all posted. And I guess I should start for the next, actually nah, I'm gonna finish up Brigands and Breadknives and probably listen to more of the Spell Shop, or actually, you know what, I'll save the Spell Shop for work because that one was fine. I'll listen to more of the Gilded Heiress. That's another word I don't know how to say. Is it heiress or heiress? How do you say it? The reader problems, I guess. What else? Very Loot came out with a new subscription box today. Okay, well, you couldn't actually sign up to buy the box today. It was just like, join our wait list, which, one, I hate their waitlist system, but whatever. I like their books, so I'm going to keep putting up with this stupid thing. But it's for, like, oh, shit. Sorry, I got pulled in by a puddle. I was not expecting that. Okay, so the new subscription is quarterly, and it's actually like cozy fantasy, which is just my vibe right now. Like, give me all the cozy fantasy, the little, like, those style of books. I'm just gonna wait back here for those two cars to pass. I think that's what I'll do, because I don't want to hit this guy working here. I am also in no rush, so I am a-okay waiting. Alright, off I go. Give him plenty of room. I feel bad for people who have to, like, work in the roads. My dude, there's puddles everywhere. I'm not going above 30. I feel bad for people who work in the roads, especially in these conditions. Like, it is absolutely pouring today. And people have been driving really really poorly, like I am now, because this dude behind me won't go away. It's fine.
No, I'm just gonna go. Anyways, yeah, I think I have Happy Meal for you guys. I think I saw my tracking update. We'll see. Who knows what I'm doing tonight? I've spouted like 10 different things and I have like 4 hours before I crash. So you know what? Honestly, who knows what I'm doing? I clearly don't. I do have some channels I want to catch up on. I know I've fallen behind on watching people's videos because I've been reading so many books. And which I am happy. Like, okay, I'm sad I'm missing out on friends' videos, but I am happy that I am reading so much. Books are my happy place. I feel like I've said this plenty of times to the point where I'm getting annoying now, but books make me so happy. Books and stories, and why did it get really dark all of a sudden? Yeah, all this stuff makes me so happy, and I just love it. I don't know. I'm happy my reading mojo is back. That's where I was going with that one. It's been a while since I've had such a good reading year. Like, I think last year I read a grand total of like 5 books. So far this year, I am sitting at 38. Which is low compared to what I used to get to. But it's an improvement, and we run with improvements. Right? There's no point in pressuring myself to read more if none of the stories are gonna stick. So I'll just go at my own pace and I'll be happy. And that was a whole ramble session for no reason. Okay, I was filling time until I got home. I just got home. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave this little clip here. I probably only have about like 2 more minutes of video max for you guys. And then I will let you go. All right. He's still a cone kitty. I don't know if I ever shared. We took them to the vet for their lovely 5-month appointment. But he's a happy buddy. With his belly. Hey, little dude. Hi. Hey, sweet boy. There he goes. Oh, do I have another boy? No, just you. That's all right. Let's fix your ear. Hey. Aw. All right. Okay, so here's the Happy Meal I was talking about. This is all specials from DPO Sparklers, and it's going to be for In This Moment by Art, which is going to be number 200 when I get to it. But these were all suggested to me either on DPO Sparklers websites. They do like enhancement suggestions, so some of these are from there. Alyssa from Mink Arts and Crafts also gave me some suggestions, so I just bought whatever she wrote down, and we're gonna give this a shot. We'll see how it turns out. If it's really, really bad, I'll take her. No, I'm just joking. Her stuff always looks amazing, so I'm sure this kit will be absolutely stunning. Here's to hoping I ordered enough, though. We'll see when I start working on it. But anyways, that was my Happy Meal. I'm gonna do a whole, like, my usual unboxing and showing where these are all gonna go on the canvas. I just have to find the canvas. It's somewhere under here. But anyways, okay, I think that was it. I'm excited to work on this kit, especially with, like, all these blue specials. Like, look at these guys. This is gonna be fun. Okay. Alright, so here is where I'm leaving my progress. I have some stuff done over down in here, her dress, a few pieces over here, but really it's just kind of like this bottom row left. So it should only take a couple more days, but we'll see how it goes. Since I'm still writing every day. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you've let me know all the things, like, have you read anything good? Have you watched anything great? I have not talked about My Hero yet, but I'll save that for the next one. Because I will ramble for hours at this point. But anyways, okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Let me know all the things, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.